Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I realized after I posted my video to you guys yesterday that you couldn't click the screen to press play on the video that I had put into this video. I didn't think of that. So, all I said yesterday was I just miss you all so much, and it's been really fun to read your comments and chit chat with some of you on Google Chat and be able to see some of you virtually and just hear from you. I just miss you all so much and hope you're doing well. So the last two skills that we really need to get into with algebra are looking at and understanding how to write expressions. Remember, we had talked about expressions being an equation without an equal symbol. So your learning target for today is I can write algebraic expressions. And first I want to talk about what's the difference between an equation and expression. So let's say that I had 6x equals 4. Okay, so if I had 6x equals 4, an equation has that word equa, like an equal symbol in it. So this would be an equation because it has a equal symbol that has a given value, meaning we know what it has to equal. Now, if I wanted to write an expression could simply be 6x. It does not need to have an equal symbol in it, and it does not have to have the given value. An expression is simply writing out what the words may say. So we're going to get into this, and what you're going to recognize is that we have been doing this actually on your 5-a-days since the first week of school. And yes, 5-a-days are still a thing. I might start including those here maybe next week or the following week once we get a good rhythm and system going. Because they did teach you guys a whole bunch of skills that we hadn't learned yet. So it's been nice that some of this stuff you guys kind of already know and understand because your 5-a-days helped us with that. So just know equation has that word equa at the beginning of it, which means that equal symbol has to be in it. An expression is simply an algebraic sentence without the equal sign. So the very first example is a number minus 18. So anytime you see that word a number or that phrase a number, you get to pick the variable or the letter. I always choose either X or a letter in my name just so it's relative to me. I'm going to stick with X because I just think that that's going to be the easiest. So a number, X minus 18. So all that I have to do in this is X minus 18. I'm done. I don't have to solve. I don't have to figure out what X is. I don't have to do anything. I'm just simply taking this sentence and turning it into an algebraic expression. The next one, a number decreased by 16. So again, that phrase, a number, I'm going to use X, and notice that I'm kind of like underlining and chunking out the sentence as I go to make sure that I get all the parts and pieces. Decreased. If I'm decreasing something, it means I'm making it smaller, so I'm going to subtract by 16. So X minus 16 would be this sentence's expression. X plus 12 is 21. So that word is gives me the clue that I'm going to have an equal symbol to 21, which makes this an equation actually and not an expression. So you're still writing an expression, but this time you're including that equal sentence, so you're including an equation with it. But again, you're not having to solve it or anything like that. So X plus 12 is, which means equal symbol, 21. So X plus 12 equals 21 is what it would look like. So what I would love for you to do, you guys, now that we've done a couple of these, is I would love for you to pause before I start solving and see what you get out of it, and then press play and see if you get the same thing as me. And if you don't, listen to me solve through and figure out where you made your mistake. Okay, so right now would be excuse me, you guys, I'm sorry, it's super early in the morning. X times 12 is 46. Okay, so pause if you would like. I'd highly suggest it. Welcome back. So x times, and since I have an x variable, I'm going to use that dot multiplication symbol that we had talked about. So x times 12, that word is meaning equal 46. So your answer should be x times 12 equals 46. Okay, this one is a little bit trickier, and I'd really love for you to pause and try it on your own and see how you do. So 6 more. So right away what that tells me is if it says 6 more, I know that I'm going to have something in front of that. So to me, 6 more is going to be plus 6 at the end of the expression. So I'm going to have something that goes here. So 6 more means it wants me to add 6 more to something else. Then twice a number. So when I think about that, that means that I'm going to multiply, because twice means 2, twice a number. So 2x. That means I'm going to take 2 and multiply it by x. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to add 6. And our order of operations would tell us that we don't need to add the parentheses in, because multiplication, the 2x, would automatically come first. But if adding those parentheses in help you have it make more sense to you, go ahead and add them in. I would never mark something like that wrong if you were to add the parentheses. So 6 more than twice a number would look like 2x plus 6. All right. 8 divided by twice a number. So just like the last one we just got done doing, 8 divided by. So what they're telling us is they want us to do that second. They want us to divide by 8 by the second thing that we do. So I'm going to draw out that divide by 8. And then it says twice a number. So again, I would have 2x divided by 8. So when you look at that, you could either do it that way, or you could say, well, I'm going to divide by 8, so I could do 2x this way. Either sentence makes sense, so 2x divided by 8 written out left to right, or 8 over 2x would be the same thing. So we'd have to solve for the 2x and then divide that by 8. So either answer is correct, whichever one makes sense to you. You don't have to know both, so pick one that makes sense to you. The next one, it says the quotient of x and 4 is 13. So is 13 tells me it is equal to 13. Okay, so I know that automatically. That word quotient, remember, is division. So the quotient of x and 4. So what they're telling me is x divided by 4 equals 13. And like I said, the beauty of these, you guys, is that you don't actually have to solve them, because I'm not giving you what the value of x is. I'm not telling you what this number is worth or that letter is worth. So all you're doing is writing it out. So in this case, x divided by 4 equals 13. Well, we know that would probably be a really messy answer, because 13 is that prime number. So it's going to be something kind of weird to solve and figure that out. So with that, if you are still confused, still not sure of what's going on, you have 2 options. 1, rewind and rewatch. 2, reach out to me in that Google Chat option or send me an email, and we can set a time to chit chat and go over this a little bit more specifically. If you're feeling good and want to give the homework a shot, remember you can always go in and make corrections to homework and update your score to get 100% on it each and every day. But the link is either below in the comments or it's back in Google Classroom. You can pick where you click. Just make sure that you do click. So like I said, if you have questions, reach out in Google Chat, which is in your student email, and then it's on the bottom left corner, or send me an email and we can set up a time to chit chat one-on-one. Okay? Miss you guys. Have a super great day, and we'll talk to you soon.